Nia Jax on those fucking shoulders, slammed her, then picked her up and body slammed this big. You know how hard that is?
Yeah.
Dead, flabby weight.
Yeah.
Nia Jax, and Nia's in great shape nowadays. Bitch still 300 plus pounds.
Right.
Pretty big bitch. I'm telling you, man, I would nut at Nia Jax just to have a basketball, football player in the future.
Right.
I'd just tell Jay, hey, look, God damn it. I had to do it to this Samoan looking bitch. Whatever she she's 6'3", cute too. I don't care what nobody say. Like she ain't. You know, you get big tall bitches like that. They usually ain't the prettiest. Like Candace Parker, you get away with something like she alright. She's still alien looking to me.
Right. Right.
I think Nia Jax is a good looking big bitch. Good looking big bitch.
Ain't nothing wrong with thick women, brother.
Man, she's still 6'3" though, man. I can't have a bitch looking down on my head.
Yeah.
That shit raw. Well, let me get to it.
Me and be eye to eye like a motherfucking cat. Nigga, what up?
Hey, yo.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Speak On It Lounge.
Yes.
Also, my homie Clipper C. 950 right now.
Clipper C 950. Welcome back to Talk That Talk with your boy Clipper C 950. Just remember, if you're gonna talk that talk,
you better walk
that walk. You heard? Yeah, so we had a couple topics tonight we was gonna touch on or whatever. Man, you know what I'm saying? My man Mike Brooks is always in the building.
What's up, y'all?
Mike
Appreciate
Brooks
you
is
all.
always in the building. Shout out to Chi-Town's finest.
About to get toxic.
Toxic Tuesday. What's good with y'all? Let's talk about it.
Gonna let the people get up in here. We're gonna get some people up in here.
Let them jump in, yo.
Let them jump in. Shit, we'll scatter some shit around with some current events.
We can talk about some current events, man. We can talk about some current events. We can chop it up. Let's chop it up. Talk about it.
Hey, look, I would have drove down to Vegas, Detroit and Baltimore would have made it to the Super Bowl. Imagine how many fine black women would have descended upon Las Vegas from Baltimore and Detroit.
Yo, son.
Man, that shit would have been so lit, man. I don't care what nobody talking about, man. It would have been the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna be real with you, son. The NFL didn't want the ghetto in Vegas, son.
I mean, they didn't want the hood in Vegas. I was trying to tell people, man.
When he's about to bring the hood to Vegas, they ain't want that.
Imagine Detroit, they needed it. Yeah. Those communities needed that.
Yo, shout out to Detroit Lions, son. Yo, they did good this year,
fuck bro. Detroit, man. Go Chicago Bears.
Nah, for real though.
But no, shout out to them though. Shout out to what they
ain't been in the playoffs in how many years, son?
Respectfully, y'all know.
Since the early '90s, son. Yeah, shout out to them, yo, for real.
Well,
That's big, yo.
I think
they accomplished a lot this year. I ain't gonna take nothing from them.
They definitely accomplished a lot.
That's all the rest of our teams. We all watching the Super Bowl together, right?
Yeah, they are too. But they accomplished a lot.
Got them.
Yeah. They accomplished a lot. But here's the thing, though. When you look at the potential that they got, because when you look at that little kid, that kid, Jahmyr Gibbs, you know what I mean? Yeah. That little motherfucker, he scares the hell out of me. Some of the professionals dropped the ball in the last game. No pun intended. So some of the guys
it's a lot of pun intended.
But it's a lot of pun intended. But if you're thinking about people that you depend on, those professionals, you say, I need you in this. Anybody with the last name Vildor, you should not depend on. If your last name is Vildor, I don't want you anywhere near my field. We had to deal with that Vildor situation, the Chicago Bears, and we understood what it was.
Right.
So he's nowhere near our facilities no more. But he got called up, bro, in week 10. Now, a lot of coaches, they don't coach like they used to coach back in the day. You can knock that shit down, bro, and your team still got a chance.
Right.
if you can't locate it right away, you know, it hit his helmet. It was like one of those 1 in a million type situations. It's unfortunate for homie.
Yeah,
he ain't going nowhere else in this month.
Big facts, though. You feel me?
Bro is gonna be fired forever. That's just how it is. But hey,
what I'm saying though, it's been a good playoff season though.
Oh man, the playoffs have
been a lot of upsets. Man. Been a lot of upsets we already expected that was coming anyway. First round.
I think that Lamar shit hurt the hood a little bit.
Yeah, that shit hurt. Because like actually, I was kind of like cheering for him a little bit. You know
it's like watching Samuel Jackson's son fail.
Damn. He do kind of favor him.
He favor him like a mother. They got to favor him though. They amongst that lineage somewhere. But no, it was like when you watch your little homie fail. But here's the thing, though. I think they don't. The comparative analysis aren't fair,
right?
Because they try to push greatness so fast when it comes to certain type of players. But we have to remember that Peyton Manning didn't win shit for his first 6 years. I think Buddy was like 2 and 6 or some shit like that.
Yeah, so, it's a lot of
2 and 4.
It's a lot of greats. No, it's a lot of greats like that.
He had the same type record.
It's a lot of greats like that. Kobe ain't won his first champion the first couple
his first
years.
6 playoffs appearances.
You know what I'm saying?
Peyton
Michael
Manning
Jordan
like
didn't win his first championships in the first couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they had to build a team around them to get where they are.
My thing is, I know it hurt though.
Yeah.
As a team and as an organization, because you put a lot into that. You put a lot into this moment.
I think this thing is a little bit better. You feel what I'm saying? Because like you don't want it if it don't hurt enough. You feel what I'm saying? Like that should be your drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That should be your drive right there. Losing should be your drive. It should push you over the edge to stop losing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you build a caliber team and you got these guys that you share this field with in this locker room with this camaraderie, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, if y'all lose together and you in the trenches together, it's even better when you win together. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Steph and all of them. Like, it with the Golden State Warriors and how they got their rings. You see what I'm saying? Like, it stung when they was losing. But when they won it, it was all even so better.
Speaking of wins together, that should bring us to one of our first topics.
Okay,
because we're gonna transition.
We'll transition into it because
we'll transition smoothly into it.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's go
right
toxic.
into it.
We going toxic yet?
And we don't want to. Let's go with. We'll start toxic number 2. Let's go with commitment versus loyalty. Commitment versus loyalty. What's the difference between the two? Those who are joining us, you can please chime in. You can drop your comments below and what you think about it. What is the difference between commitment and loyalty? Or is there a difference, ladies and gentlemen? Is there a difference between commitment and loyalty? We here Toxic Tuesday with my boy, Clipper C950, Mr. Christopher Brand Sr. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the difference, or is there a difference between commitment and loyalty? And I guess I'll start it off. Let me take a sip real quick. And follow me on this if anybody believes this, the difference between commitment and loyalty. I believe commitment is a macro or a micro. Micro. It's a small. It's a short-term goal. Okay. But loyalty is more macro.
Okay.
Big picture, end of the game. I'm going to be there.
Now, what consists of this portion of this conversation where you're talking about?
Well, here's my thing. If a person's not committed,
right,
the loyalty part of the game actually... The person, if you're not committed to the person that's getting the worst part of your commitment, they start not to believe in the loyalty part of you.
Okay. If they're not getting it.
If they're not getting it. So you always have this,
but
So you can be sitting there like, yo, I'm always gonna be there for you. But if the small little micro things aren't adding up,
I like where this is going right now.
You get what I'm saying?
I like
the commitment part of the game.
I like where this is going right now because.
Please, again, if you guys want to chime in, please comment below, and of course we will add you to the conversation. Anybody want to join in? But we're talking about commitment versus loyalty. And as I just stated,
so take for instance, I see where this is going right now. So I like where it's going because like there is a difference. There's a big difference because there's commitment where it's like you're committed to certain things, job oriented, protecting, providing, and doing all kind of things like that. And this commitment to certain bonds and friendships you have with people too at the same time. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But like when you're committed to somebody, it's like a certain type of commitment you got with a person or a bond with somebody. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when it comes with the commitment, it's like you could be committed all the way in, like you so all the way the fuck in for a person. You feel what I'm saying? And that bond that you have with a person. And sometimes people will violate the shit out of that bond, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, as opposed to loyalty is like you accept it anyway, even though they fucking did it. You feel what I'm saying? It's unapologetic. So that's where the loyalty part comes in. So it's like kind of like a trick question for me.
So should a loyal person who is loyal than a motherfucker?
Right.
How do they set those standards of commitment throughout? Like, so imagine if you this loyal person, now you're looking at it from the other way.
Okay.
You're
like the loyal. This is going. You get what I'm saying, brother? I like where this is going.
You're the loyal person. You said I'm loyal to whatever long-term goal that you have.
Right. Or a bond that you committed to.
That you. And that's why
they come back and tie
that commitment.
So it comes back and tie in. So like I said, I like where you're going. You want to go down the rabbit hole? Let's go down the rabbit hole.
I think loyalty is a collection of commitments,
like a church, like a congregation of commitments.
Well, I believe loyalty is it's a collection of commitments, but it's also understanding that, hey, look, these motherfuckers might make mistakes along this commitment road, bro.
Yeah.
And look, I know I have to look at that.
And I have to have the loyalty to keep going.
No, you have to have the discernment. The
okay.
discernment to look at each one of the commitments they might have.
Big ass intellectual words you be.
Well, the discernment is the whereabouts to look at each commitment. That they might have broken that you feel like, yo, that crossed my principles. So the loyalty shit.
That's when you draw the line.
You draw the line at some way. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, please talk to us about it. Commitment versus loyalty. Let's do it right now. Let's speak on it. And let's talk that talk, please.
So like I feel what you're saying on that, though. Like, but at the same time, you're only gonna take as much as you're gonna take too. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like as a human being, we all human. So we all come down and fall under the laws. It's like sometimes dead weight is dead weight. You feel what I mean? Like you gotta. How long are you gonna travel in this desert with this dead weight on your shoulders if you don't cut certain people loose though with the loyalty
and that's where I say you must have that discernment to be like, okay, you have violated enough of the commitments we made,
right?
And I must use my wherewithal and my discernment to be like, I can no longer be loyal to what we agreed to because you broke the contract of life.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
I feel that.
You've broken a contract of life. And I don't even want to drag nobody. Why would you don't have to drag them through court or anything, but a lot of people like doing that shit because that's their last way of hanging on to a motherfucker. But you want to be like, okay, look, you've went outside of my principles so much that, look, I can be loyal because we can all be loyal to a fault. But look,
Right.
I can be loyal to the ideals that I've instilled in you that probably I left behind. So, okay, if we have I'm gonna be loyal to the child.
Right.
I'm gonna be loyal to, you know what I mean?
Well, you touchy feely on the topic right now.
No. Well, here's my thing. You got to be respectful.
Nah, for real, you have to be respectful because
that's why I'm gonna be loyal to being respectful.
So pause. So pause. So like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like what you
talk
say.
About it, big dog.
So yeah, I gotta talk about it.
Yeah, break that shit down, man. Because you said, I did get a little muddy right there on the ass.
Muddy right there. So,
I got
so I'm gonna touch in on that. So like, right. Long story short, son. Like it's like you could be loyal to a certain person, and then when there's like a child involved, like you saying. You feel me? And like when there's another person, a third party whatsoever, since we live in a sensitive world, I'm gonna try to break it down a little bit sensitive before I get attacked, or because
I'm gonna bring the devil's advocate part.
Yeah. So like what I'm saying is, it's like like when there's a child or another being involved, like. How far does your loyalty go with the childish shit that you put up with, like in long stints of time with it? Because it's like if we're both adults and there's a child involved and there's a child in common, then like you know what I mean. Like it should be at a point to where like, all right.
I believe one of the things until both everybody, I don't care who you are.
Isn't the loyalty supposed to be to the child though?
Okay, so this is what I want to get to. Until everybody come. So let's say we're playing a game of chess. Until people come to the grips and terms that. Once a person's ego is fractured,
right?
Look, a child becomes a different entity now. Now, a person can love the shit out of their child and still be like, yo, I believe within this person's life, I can use my child as a pawn.
But it shouldn't even come to that.
That's what it comes to, though. Because it's my thing is because some people can't let go. Their ideal was crushed. What the ideal of life, what they invested in, they believe it is the most reactionary thing ever, and they try to claim, oh, it's for the child. It's for the child.
I think it was more. It's more for emotions than anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of people get in their own way about things and how they perceive.
I think it's for their
and what they believe in, and they'd be like, "Yo, at the end of the day,
imagine
you showing up. You showing up, son. Like that's why I'd be like, yo, the loyalty is supposed to be to the child, but at the same time, the loyalty is supposed to be to the two adults that's dictating this child's life. You feel what I'm saying? Well, it shouldn't be like. It shouldn't be no in between on that. Like,
well, let's strictly just talk about the adults then. Let's leave the child out of it. Let's just say, okay, you both got a child. You know that's always you're going to be loyal, hopefully. Woo out the bam, you know what I mean, or committed to the child, however you want to see it.
Right.
Now it comes down, and let's say the emotion between men and women are different, I believe. It's calibrated differently.
Yeah, because men act different than women. I mean,
well, naturally.
That was naturally intended for laws of science and God and everything that exists.
Is that recognized in society on a fair scale then?
That's a touchy topic. I mean,
it's not touchy. I think it's really cut and dry. If you look at society and you look at who is, when you look at it from a judicial civil standpoint,
okay,
and who's burdened with the responsibility for life, mostly when it comes from a financial standpoint,
right?
It is the man. Now, and that's just from a judicial, lawful standpoint, civil standpoint. You go to the court and they just put both of y'all up there, it's more likely that the man is going to be paying the child support. Now, are there women who are so gangster that they ignore that and they burden them? They have been burdened with some of these, you know what I mean, financial. Look,
I can't say
far and few between, because I'm gonna tell you right now, those women aren't by themselves.
No,
they are with a good man because they attract good men.
Not always, but I hear what you're saying though. Like, to backtrack and backpedal a little bit about that.
Go ahead.
It's like, you know, women perceive us to be the provider, the protector. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They everything. We're supposed to be the you know what I'm saying, the foundation, pretty much, because you can't build a home unless you're the foundation of the home. You feel what I'm saying?
I believe that was perceived years ago.
No, I understand that, but listen to what I'm telling you. Like, even the women that got money, you feel what I'm saying? They still
that's the standard.
That's the standard. Okay. That's the blue collar standard that these women want. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Everybody should want what they want. You feel what I mean?
Absolutely.
Out of life. Like, I can't judge the next person or anything that they want, because as men, we want what we want too. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a slanted decision on it when it comes to certain things. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, yeah, we got to be the protector. Yeah, we got to be the provider. Yeah, we got to be the one that take care of the house and everything like that. So, granted, I'm not saying we're not supposed to. We are supposed to. But, like, can I ask you a serious question?
Oh, and I will answer it immediately.
How many women in your lifetime you can wake up in the middle of the night, and I ain't asking for like no gourmet meal or anything like that. How many women can you wake up to in the middle of the night and be like, yo, I'm hungry, babe. Can you make me a sandwich, after you done pulled that long day? And after you done did everything. You feel what I'm saying? And some of them react different. But some of them are loyal to that, and they'll do that for their man. But not every woman is like that, because she's strong-minded, independent. She's like, fuck you, I had a long day too.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? She's like, I had a long day too. I had to take care of the kids. I had to, you know what I'm saying,
so do this and that. So to answer your question.
But, like, do you understand what I'm saying? But
I know exactly what
unapologetically, we are supposed to be the provider. You see what I'm saying? The protector. Because in the middle of the night, I don't give a fuck what you say, and that noise bump, and she wake you up out your sleep, she expect your ass to go downstairs to handle that, right?
Absolutely.
I expect my motherfucking sandwich in the middle of the night too.
So I'll
and I'm not being lazy about it, but I'm like, that's my motherfucking woman.
That's grown ass man shit.
That's grown man shit, man. Okay, if I'm paying bills and I'm handling my shit, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, why the fuck not give me a sandwich?
So let me give you a different.
I ain't asking you to go out there and fucking cook me and barbecue me or something to eat or something like that. Absolutely. But like a real woman, like some women are so independent and so strong, bro, and they got their jobs too, and they be tired as fuck. But I know a lot of them women too that was tired as fuck, still woke the fuck up and made that fucking sandwich too.
Absolutely.
So there's no excuses, right?
So let me get to it.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. That was dope. I'm feeling you.
Let's talk about it.
So I believe when it comes to, no matter if you're a man or a woman, tone, delivery, and approach matters.
That's a fact, though. I ain't saying that don't matter. It gotta be the tone. Yeah, I mean, like it be on some Coach, shit like,
what's up, bro?
It be on some shit like you wake up. You know what I mean? She wake up because you woke up. I'm like, damn.
Let me finish this thought real quick.
Yeah, you gotta know how to approach it.
Okay, so
I don't mean be no dickhead and be like, yo, motherfucker, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't being on no dickhead shit. I'm just being like,
exactly. So
it's you and your woman. You casual. You being casual with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Here's the second part.
But I like how you threw that in there, though. That was smooth. Smooth. You was slick with that. Chi-Town's finest right there. Chi-Town's finest right there, son.
I was talking to this. But here's the second part of it, though. And here's the thing, because we all have our expectations.
Right. We do.
And
we do.
One of I believe the important part is that like you said, if a lot of sacrifice to get mental, but
that shit ain't easy.
Well, exactly, because you have to humble your ego a little bit.
A lot of prayer.
But I don't pray, so I got a lot of that. God damn it.
Yeah.
But what I always say is, I like to put myself in people's shoes. But here's the first thing that, like, when it comes to that topic alone,
right?
If I'm getting home or whatnot, you know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm gonna put on some good music.
Marvin Gaye's a good one.
So one of the things is, here's my thing. When my energy gets into the house, and you know my energy,
right,
and you understand, and you feel my energy, you know how I am, and you know what I would do for you in the same situation.
Right.
If I get home and it's not there, my mama always used to say, Mike, these young women, because my mama was old school, born in 1933.
Yeah.
Mama Brooks used to say, Mike, these young women ain't gonna cook for you like I do for your daddy. You ain't gonna be able to come home like Red, because my daddy was called Red.
It's a different
She was like, you ain't gonna be able to come home like Red, Mike, and just think you're gonna be able to get you one with these young. And she was like, you gonna learn. That's why I always watch my mama cook. That's why I can jam in the kitchen. But that ain't no reason for your woman.
Pains, though, but that's growing pains.
But here's my thing. There's no reason for the person who you dwell within the same energy zone, within the same household with, when you get home, you would hope, like, yo, man, I hope she's looking out for me.
Yeah, but it's also at the same time.
And you shouldn't have to hope that.
No, but
you should actually know it, because she should have called your ass before
but
you get home.
It also shouldn't feel like a.
Do you want it medium rare, or do you want it medium, baby?
Nah, but it also shouldn't feel like a job.
I like it medium rare,
like,
so when I warm it up, it turns.
You feel what I'm saying? It shouldn't feel like a second job either for them either. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
it's just out of like. It's more like. Mentally is what I'm talking about on the side.
I think mentally and emotionally, there's this synergy that the man and woman must find to where we're in this, to where it doesn't seem like we're looking at gender roles.
No, it's not about the gender roles. That's just respect, though. Like,
you're damn right. It's about respect.
It's about respect, because you know what?
You start looking at it from a modern standpoint. Let's be honest.
Like,
and you know, I like to use the word lousy bitch.
Yeah.
So my energy, I'm gonna be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
When I walk into somewhere, look, I used to walk into a house, and what I was as a man at the time that I walked into the house, they respect. They like, yo, he got Mama Brooks' recipe, son. The woman was more or less like, yo, Mike can hook a meal up. Even if I went to work, let's say I went to work and came back, my energy at a certain time when I was in my 20s, my mid-20s, it was more of this, I am trying to go out my way to please a woman and court a woman, but I did not realize that her energy wasn't on mine. So when I come home, I'm not expecting, at the time I would think, like you said, man, I hope I'll come back and motherfucker sleep. So I have to go home, leave back out and go to In-N-Out Burger or go to somewhere and grab something to eat just to come back home and eat in silence and watch ESPN. So guess what? I don't have to do that ever over the last 12 years.
I feel you, pause. So I was like, yo, I feel where you coming from, because like you said how you grew up and stuff like that.
It take us growing up to demand and stand on our principles when a female, I'm telling you, anybody, once you set your principles, once you get to your standard to where you like, yo, I made it here.
Right.
If it ain't there, then you move accordingly.
Yeah.
Y'all thoughts. Again, this is Clipper C, my homie 950. My name is, of course, Mr. Brooks. Welcome to Talk That Talk. Welcome to Trifling Tuesday, man.
So let me tell you about my upbringing.
Go ahead, fella.
I was raised by women, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I was raised by strong women. You feel me? North and South, from New York and North Carolina, South Carolina. Like I was raised by strong women. You feel me?
Different, what they have, different dialects with their voices.
Yeah.
From your son to ya.
Yeah. But like, it's like you gotta understand where I'm coming from. So, I'm a little bit older, so I was raised like.
Can I ask you a question? I hate to cut you off.
Hey, son.
When you hear, so your perspective, you said you were raised by strong women from New York and North Carolina. Can I just? I want to simplify it for the audience so everybody understand this.
Okay.
What was the most impactful part of that for your life?
They were strong. And they made me strong. Like it's different, yo. When a woman make you strong, you understand me? You strong on both sides. Like
what do you mean by that? Go deeper.
You strong on both sides, man. Like when a woman make you strong on both sides. Like I'm not taking anything for granted about single women that have to raise their kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking because they strong. They gotta become strong. They gotta be mama and daddy. You feel what I'm saying?
So when you say mama and daddy,
it could flip flop too. Like sometimes they gotta teach you both roles.
Is there a way they can be super mom and never, and that daddy figure is still missing, right?
No, it's always gonna be missing. Don't get me wrong, but see, I had male figures in my life that fulfilled that need too. I had my grandfather, my uncle, you know what I'm saying, my older cousins, you know what I'm saying, my brothers and stuff like that. Like I had my male role model too, but the streets basically critique me. You feel what I'm saying? But like at the same time, it's like when you raised by a strong woman, like you said, you pay attention to what's going on in the kitchen and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you also pay attention to the relationships that they had with people and how it ended and like the abuse that they went through and to like that. Being a product of that, you try to like navigate waters between things like that.
So you saw the relationships your mom and maybe your auntie, maybe they went through with multiple men, and that
exactly
that iron sharpened iron in a way. And by watching what they
like, it make you more your senses aware. More heightened. They more heightened.
More aware.
They more heightened. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, so
you could tell a weak nigga from a mile away based on what you saw your the women that in your life go through. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
So it paved the way for me.
Y'all just heard that.
It paved the way for me how to try to navigate through life, though. But I promise you, son, even every failed relationship and bad relationship that I've been through, son, they all was life experiences to make me the man that I am today. It just took a certain type.
Business owner.
Yeah. But like it took a certain type of woman that I got with at the time to push me to the certain level where I needed to be. Like everything was life lessons, but like when you meet your fucking partner and shit like that, and they elevate you and you push, it's like magnets. When they opposite poles pushing against each other and the opposite attract, but then the positives and shit, they push apart away from each other and shit like that. It's like that. It's like, you know what I mean? The forces is gonna happen regardless.
So if you don't
to rebuttal back, because I'm jumping off topic a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? We was talking about cooking and providing, right?
And we on the commitment versus loyalty topic, which is more
because I was trying to share an honest, true fact with you. I jumped off topic.
Oh no! I love it, man. It got deep.
So what I'm telling you is like, yo, out of all failed relationships, I took something away from all of that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I got to the point where it was like, yo, look, I had to pay attention how I was brought up because I know how to cook, and I'm like belittling myself because, like you said, you was raised to do your own thing. I was raised where it was like, you need to stay out the kitchen. Let us make sure we take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? But I paid attention. You feel what I mean? Then I learned over time with fair relationships, like when you get on a house with somebody, they'll let your ass fucking starve, my nigga. You and the fucking kids. So I had to learn how to be creative and then think about shit, call my moms up or somebody, call my sisters up, remember some stuff, refresh. You got to refresh. So you can be fresh. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to revolve to evolve. You know what I mean? Like you got to You gotta go back to your roots to push you to keep going forward. Sometimes
I have a question right now, and I hope some of the sisters are watching. And ladies and gentlemen, again, this is Sword Trifling Tuesday After Dark, as well as it's Toxic Tuesday with my homie Clipper C.
It ain't even getting toxic tonight. This is more like
we're trying to be in depth and do some shit with y'all.
It's more deep Tuesday, deep thought Tuesday today. But it ain't even toxic right now. I'm surprised.
So, let me
I can go on top and get toxic.
Don't worry, it'll probably lead there eventually.
Nah, okay.
So I'm
in a good zone.
So we have some black women, quote unquote black women, and people always say, "Well, Mike, why you put the black in quotations?" Because I think people can identify whatever the fuck they want to identify as, and I think some black women, they like to be called African American, whatever. Whatever you are, women.
I don't even know what they want to be called.
Hey, man.
I think I need to look that up.
All our sisters that have been, so a lot of our sisters who have been kissed by the sun.
Okay.
Those beautiful chocolate women. A lot of single women who have been kissed by the sun believe that the black man or the male who has been ambushed by the sun, but they believe that we have been distanced from them. What's the disconnection? They believe like, they're looking for exotic women. They're looking for women with BBLs. They're looking for women who aren't natural.
That's what women think
these
that
men
are looking for.
You go online, you can see these things where they say that the black man, especially single black man nowadays, in a collective sense of mind, and this is the narrative. We know this is not to be true, in my opinion. The narrative is the black man can't handle a strong black woman. Why is that? Can the black man handle a strong black woman?
I think there's some of us that can. I just think that women in this generation set the bar too high for what they want. You understand what I'm saying? You thinking like all men want BBLs and stuff like that.
We don't.
I like my shit natural. I don't want no hard ass. I like my shit with a little jelly. I like to see that shake. I like the thick shakes. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean? I don't care about stretch marks. I don't care about none of that, son. Because you know what the stretch marks is there for, right?
Oh, to me, it's just
through her trials and tribulations, and because like, she done blessed a nigga that probably didn't even deserve it. But I mean, I'm just saying though, like
it's like a tree.
We
it's like a tree. When you cut a tree down, they got the rings on it. I forgot what those rings were called.
We good with stretch marks. But like what I'm saying is though, it's like, you know what I mean? I think everything is perceived in a certain persona these days because of the internet and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people think, yeah, that's what we want. Yo. I mean, like,
so more people are disconnected because narratives spread through social media.
The narrative is twisted right now.
A social media vacuum.
You know what I'm saying? Like the narrative is twisted. Like the majority of people that want all of this fake shit in life right now is the niggas that live outside their means and
are people getting out enough? Are people going out to?
I don't know, man. Like these rich people might want that, but like, man, I don't try to live outside my means.
I definitely don't try to.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying, are people getting out
like
enough?
I'm in the trenches with my people. You feel me? And I mean, I like natural beauty. You know what I mean? Don't. Like 9 times out of 10, did you see that joint with Country Wayne when he was talking on Club Shay Shay? Like
I saw a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? My dude was like, "Yeah, I'll pay for the BBL, but 9 times out of 10, I'm probably cutting her off afterwards because she ain't never gonna be happy with herself. She always gonna want to do something to herself, and I can't deal with that, son.
Why do you think?
Like,
hey, can I ask you a question?
She ain't never gonna be happy. If I'm not making you happy, then." You feel like you think you gotta need that to compete with her. You shouldn't have to feel like you're competing with anybody.
So here's my thing,
like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you want to do this and mutilate your body and do this, that, and the other. Like, what are you trying to? You trying to catch my attention, or are you trying to catch the next nigga attention? That's what I want to know. Where's your loyalty and you know what I'm saying?
This is what I think a lot of sisters I think what a lot of sisters are seeing, and like I said, I'm gonna put on a different lens and speak from this point of view. they see these women who invested in these BBLs getting married and getting chose by high and not the highest quality.
And how much
men.
later are they getting divorced and taking half that nigga money because he didn't stay faithful, or she didn't stay faithful? So her hustle, and they lost interest in each other.
Her hustle worked then, right?
Yeah, hustle to get that shit done.
Why wouldn't
that shit wasn't what that was gonna make that nigga happy though? You feel me? Because he was already fucking with you before you got the shit done.
Shouldn't we do an awareness program for niggas to be on the lookout for the hustling BBL enhancement body bitch?
If you a grown ass man wanting these grown ass problems, your fucking red flag should have been up a long time ago, son.
I'm with you. So we can't really.
Was you drunk in love? Was you drunk in love the whole time? Or
how much should we fault her?
I'm afford it all. I'm afford her for even letting society put it in her head to think that's what she needed to get this man or keep this man.
The government, because the government policies definitely encourage it.
I mean, man, yo, whatever, man. That shit killing people too. You see these people. You see these people with the plastic surgery and all these fucking after surgeries they get into their bodies 20, 30 years down the line. You see what they look like on the internet?
Trash.
I'm just saying, son, like, you gotta pay attention, bro. You killing yourself off doing that shit. One needs to be satisfied and happy with what they self. You feel what I'm saying? You need to be happy and love yourself first, bro. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, you don't need to change how you look and how your body is and all that for no other person. This person is a whole nother person. Sometimes that other person ain't forever. Sometimes that person is just a moment.
So let's go.
You understand what I'm saying? So you sacrificing your health and everything else for that and changing yourself for everything like that. You're not like where's your mind at right now? Like you would like why was you like where's your spiritual bearing right now?
Now you got me thinking about another topic real quick, and we're gonna get to another topic. And I really want the ladies to kind of chime in on this one. We're really going to get deep on this one. What is stronger right now? Brotherhood or sisterhood? So, when I go online, brotherhood and sisterhood is important because, when we're able to be around our comrades, we're able to be around the people that we fuck with, the motherfuckers that we down with, some real ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You feel good. Right. Your spirit is lifted.
Right.
Your energy goes up.
Right.
Could say the same thing I would assume for sisterhood. I ain't gonna say the word bitch. I ain't no woman. But I could only imagine when the women get around their girls, so one of the things, I guess what I'm saying is, when the boys get around the boys and the girls get around the girls, what group is more toxic?
That's kind of
y'all can chime in down there.
That's kind of a biased question in a room full of dudes right now.
Well, the women can chime in down there. I can bring one in if they would like, but I think.
Let me tell you something.
I be seeing women hate on women more than men hate on men.
So let me tell you something. The difference between like a barbershop and then a salon.
Ooh,
you feel what I'm saying? Like. It's more of a like the lines of like men we vent, but we don't go too in depth on the vent. You feel what I'm saying?
We don't go too in depth.
We don't go too in depth on the vent. But these women, oh yeah, they talk, and then they wonder why. Old girl that she was talking to trying to get in the old boy's inbox now because she done talked a little bit too much. She don't let too much information out. See, niggas, we know. You see what I'm saying? If we talk to a certain extent and shut shit down. So you know what I mean? And a lot of niggas don't really talk at all. Like real niggas don't talk at all.
Nowadays, you know when to cut it off.
You know when to, keep it
I
short.
believe motherfucker grown men.
They've been teaching us since fucking elementary school on the football field and the basketball court. Keep it simple, stupid.
But
Keep it simple, stupid.
Let's say this though. Is it some weak motherfucking man out there who be like, I gotta put a little something out because I can make this other dude look weaker?
Yo, I'm telling you,
just for an advantage.
The internet changed the whole dynamic of the game, son.
Did that happen back in the days, even in classrooms?
Nah, man.
Back in the classroom, dudes would be like, yo, Mike.
Back in the day, it was
Mike
different.
breath stank, babe, so you shouldn't be fucking with him.
Listen, by the time somebody done said something out of pocket, yo,
it's a fight.
Early in the day, lunch done went by. By the time it's time to get out of school, yo, by the end of the day, we just handle that shit, yo. And ain't no animosity left, yo. You handle it and left it out there on the fucking field. So, like, I'm trying to tell you, son, these new generation different, bro. They rather either shoot you, they rather just be confused.
Don't let them lose a fight.
Sensitive, confused. They like it's different, yo. I came up in an era where it was like, yo, if it's a problem, we gonna knuckle up and we good afterwards. We good afterwards. Unless I felt like you got the best of me too bad, and then I'd be like, all right, well, I need my rematch back. You don't have to give me my rematch back, son. Like, yeah, you gonna give me a
So do you think social media has
it changed the whole dynamics of life?
What has it done to people's personality then?
It made a lot of people a lot more sensitive too. Like, because there's so much disconnect. Like, you could perceive to be one thing, but the way you think and react to certain things is another. You know what I mean? So it's like,
why would you have to develop a personality when you can create a facade on social media?
Yeah, but I'm saying sometimes people let that.
I had to spend my whole childhood because of my upbringing, because of my limitations, what other believe my limitations were, physically looking and things like that, my physique and things. I had to spend my childhood developing a personality to combat with anybody that brought any negativity towards me. So if you was coming with me, guess what? If you was gonna roast me, you better have some of the best fucking jokes ever, because guess who you fucking with? Right. The roast fucking master.
Right.
So it's like, even in school, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be the smartest one. I used to look, everything was competitive to me.
Facts.
I was competing
I came up the same way.
I was competing every second of the day.
I came up the same way, bro.
For my whole life. So when I look at some of this shit, I'll be like, yo, what the hell? Like I see some of the brothers like, and I always like, whenever I'm debating with somebody and they say something, I say something they don't like, I'll be like, let me see if he gonna insult me first or if he gonna hit me with a fact to counterpoint my fact. So depending on that, I'll be like, I know how to handle this now.
Right.
Okay. So if he insults me first, or that's his response, or his or her. If their response, his or her response, is a insult to my character or whatnot, I'm like, okay, I know how to handle that. But if their response is a counterpoint to my fact or whatnot, I'm like, okay, now we're about to have a discussion.
Okay.
So it goes from, I'm about to, this dude don't know yeah. This is how I operate. Like, that's how I look at life now. I was like,
do you think that's something you learned over the years, or you think you was always like that?
I ain't gonna lie. It had to be. I definitely learned it over the years.
Okay.
Because I used to be a spasmatic too on this internet shit. Boy, I used to be unhinged because
the internet, it don't do nothing. But
I used to be unhinged because I thought my point, but I wasn't unhinged because what people were making me. I think I was unhinged because I didn't realize at the point that the more I learn, the less I know. So I didn't realize that I was learning so much so fast while I was questioning shit that I was just trying to take that. I was taking the knowledge that I had accrued in this small amount of time. I didn't even understand the knowledge that I had accrued. I'm like,
you didn't even experience it yet.
I didn't even experience. I haven't even broken it down.
I feel like the difference between our generation when we came up compared to the generation that we're raising, I feel like there's a disconnect of 20 years gap in that generation because so much happened in that 20 years. We went from VCRs to CDs, you know what I'm saying, vinyls and all that to CDs to fucking internet in a matter of fucking a blink of an eye. You understand what I'm saying?
1995 to
at least
2015 is crazy. A 20-year period of insaneness
of just upgrading and getting better and better. I feel like the knowledge and the technology leaked out so fast that like the generation that we're raising after us, our kids, and
absolutely,
you know what I mean, the peers that they grew up with, I feel like it's more subject to the fact that it's like we're worried about sheltering them for the life that they're gonna experience too early, that we experienced on our own, that we were going through without the internet. You understand what I'm telling you? Like, I feel like there's a 20-year gap between us and our kids. Like, you think they're 18 when really they're only like 8, bro. Like, as far as like development, with like how life goes and shit like that, because they don't understand it, because we've been sheltering them, because they're like, damn, this internet is teaching this motherfucker too much. So now we're coming up with new ways and trying to spoil them more, and it's making them rotten, bro. Like, we gotta fix that shit, bro. It's on us. We did it because we allowed it to happen, because it was just happening so fast, because we're actually growing up with our kids now, because we're experiencing all this new technology and shit, and we're like, oh, this shit is fucking gold.
I admire that you said we allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we cannot ignore
it. We have to be accountable for it, too.
Of course, we have to be accountable for everything that we do. But it was, in a way, it was strategically.
I'm just saying.
It was like,
have you really sat down and think about it?
It was like the really master plan of all master plans.
They taught us long division in school, right?
Absolutely.
So if you sat down and broke it down in a mathematical problem, with all the shit that's going on between you and your household and what's going on and the disconnect that we have, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I grew up where I had to write a letter and fucking fold it a certain way to ask a girl out or ask her to be my girlfriend. I grew up a certain different way. These kids is just instantly text messaging, dropping dick pics and all this shit to your young ass kids that you're not even thinking of. Like, you gotta understand me. The world is
how much empowerment is the government giving to children now?
Too much.
That's
too much.
That's a question y'all should start asking.
Too much, because now I don't think they know right from wrong in a respectable mind point of view. You understand what I'm saying? Because now, looking back as a parent now, looking back how my mom raised me.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? My mom had more control over me than I got over control of my own fucking kids. You understand what I'm telling you? With all the laws in place, with all the way the society perceive you, if you try to discipline your child and raise your child to be strong and with the right mind before they go out there in the world. My mama raised me strong to be out there in a world that I had to handle myself. I feel like my kids are leaving the nest now. My older kids are leaving the nest now, and they don't even have the tools that I had when I left the nest. And I left the nest way earlier than they leaving the nest. You understand what I'm telling you?
Absolutely.
So it's like there's a disconnect in our generation is what I'm telling you. And it's not because we're not good parents. It's because this internet and everything came up in place where they're growing up and they're experiencing things way faster than what they need to experience. And then they take it and fly with it. Because now it's not just about the birds and the bees. It's about the he's and the she's and the hers and the thems and everything else that goes on in society. You understand what I'm saying? We got to respect everything. The world is a little bit more sensitive now, and you have to respect that than what it was when we were growing up. You understand what I'm telling you?
Absolutely.
It was there, yes.
It's almost like
it was there. Nobody said nobody was, you know what I'm saying? The internet put it more public. You feel what I'm saying?
It's almost like coaching football.
Yeah.
nowadays. You can't
understand where I'm coming from, though?
Yeah,
without being disrespectful and stepping on anybody, but like you got to understand where I'm coming from. Like it's a different time compared to when we were growing up, and there's a disconnect in our generation. You understand me? And it's hard as a parent to fucking figure that shit out sometimes with your child. You know what I mean? Because there's so much of a disconnect. Because sometimes you want to be like, man, shut the fuck up, stop being a pussy. You can't say that shit no more.
I mean, you can, but
no, but you really can't say that no more. Like, you understand what I'm telling you? That'll fuck a sensitive child up. You understand what I'm telling you?
Absolutely.
And who am I to be a father that if my child was sensitive like that or had any type of feelings or genders like that to say I don't love you I love you less because
so
you know what I'm saying? Who am I to do that? I love my child regardless.
Are you saying in a way that? And I keep hearkening back to the government or whatnot.
They made it more sensitive. It's hard to talk about.
Okay, are you saying in a way they have dictated how people are to raise their children?
I'm not saying just the government. I'm saying the media. I'm saying the internet. I'm saying everything dictated that. It's not just one thing. We trying our hardest to hold on to our families and our values and stuff that we was brought up with, and it's just slowly diminishing because the life is changing before our eyes too fast, bro. So it's like, how the hell we gonna catch up and try to raise these kids right without slipping up?
I agree that audio and visual stimuli, and when I say audio visual stimuli, I mean things like television and radio,
right,
have influenced the behavior of our children. But I think they mostly have influenced the behavior of the parents.
Not necessarily,
look,
bro.
You can build up. Look, hey, check this out.
I don't know,
Frederick Douglass once said.
I'm on the fence with that one.
You ready to check this out? Frederick Douglass once said, it's easy to build up strong children than it is to repair broken men. So, if the children are watching the same thing that their parents are watching, all you're doing is putting information into the child. But you as an adult, if you're watching that same show, you're able to watch it differently than a child, but you're picking up that information differently.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Pause. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that shit wild. I ain't thinking about it.
How many days nowadays you sitting there watching the same show your kid is watching on a basis? Now you have family time, and then you have time where you watch certain stuff that
I'll be fair with you. I'll be fair with you. I'll be totally fair with you. We do not watch a lot of television in our household. We only watch movies that we select or events.
Exactly. So therefore, what you're saying, right? It's like us as parents, we know better than to put something on them like, oh yeah, we can't watch this.
My kids ain't seen none of this.
So like the ones that actually sit there and watch shows like that with their kids, you know what I'm saying? It's low key on a cool. They cool with it, and like maybe that might be their vibe.
Here.
No judgment, but that's just not my vibe. You feel me? So none of that shit. Like when the girls want to watch, you know what I'm saying? The kids want to watch a kid movie. Me and the wife, we sit down eating popcorn. We watching the movie, yo. You feel me? But we have our adult time too on our movies, and she be upstairs playing the video game. You understand what I'm saying?
If you sitting there and you watching that with your child,
I don't watch it.
No. What I'm saying is this, and I'm gonna be real clear about it. Like, mama, look, ain't no disrespect there, but you know who you are. But you sitting there watching this shit with your child. Look, man, don't try to ever jump on my shit trying to be all high and mighty about shit. Like, if your child is going to school, like, I can tell, I don't care what nobody says. I know people be thinking this shit. I'm going to say this shit. I know motherfuckers can look at some kids' pictures and they look at that like a little 7, 8-year-old girl and how her pose is, and you be like, why? How the fuck does she even know that? Why does this 8,
you know why?
9-year-old your girl know the pose or how to be like a motherfucking grown woman pose?
You wanna know why?
And y'all be like, oh, that's cute.
You wanna know why?
Fucking insane.
Wanna know why? Social media.
Man, it'd be
media.
Bro,
brainwashing them.
It'd be some of the wildest shit I've ever seen.
And we just like, oh, okay, it's all right. As long as she's not doing that, such. No, it's not all right.
Motherfuckers cheer.
Because you encouraging something that was broken a cycle a long time ago that we're supposed to be mending.
Like, I just imagine.
You feel what I'm saying? But like I keep telling you, the technology is so advanced. Like these kids are on it, bro. They sucking that knowledge up, bro, and they learning at a different rate. And they thinking like the internet is raising these babies. We're not raising them no more. The internet's raising these babies. Bro.
Here's my thing: when I see a 4 or 5-year-old child doing a suggestive pose or posing like a grown woman or grown folks or their oldest teenage auntie or whatever the fuck may have you, that's more of what they see at the crib also.
Yeah.
And then they see
it's a lifestyle.
They see the same person post that on the internet.
They see what is acceptable or not acceptable. So I understand where you're coming from.
So they see that same person who they see doing all those poses for the internet, taking the pictures like this, doing the poses, doing the what's it called. I'm gonna look like her. So whenever they be like, hey, TT, whenever that person is saying, girl, go ahead, take a picture. Guess what they're gonna emulate? The person that they saw taking her pictures for Facebook. And then that cycle.
The young brains are soaking
that up and nobody wants to talk about it. But when every time I see a child man, I swear, like doing a grown-up subjective, like this pose to where you just like, that's what grown women do. I be like, man, her mama ain't shit. My grandma probably ain't shit either. And that's just how I am. Y'all get mad about it or whatnot, but that's just how the world is. I call spades. Yo child is out there doing suggestive poses like an adult. Especially a little girl. You as a mother probably ain't shit, and I know your mama ain't shit. It's like a trickle down.
Let me ask you a question, son. How you think our parents felt when somebody was fucking with us, and then now we dealing with it and we fucking with it? Like, I felt like their reaction was totally different from the way our reaction is.
What do you mean by fucking with us?
Like bullies and stuff like that or whatever, man. Like, because, like, I think the way things is handled and perceived these days in time. So all right.
I know exactly.
So let me tell you what happened, yo.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's story time, yo. Let me talk about it, right? So my daughter is like going to school or whatever. And, you know, my daughter she's my special angel. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
All right, because you know where I'm coming from.
I know where you're coming from.
So like the other kids was kind of like messing with, teasing her or whatever, bullying her or whatever. And my wife came to me and talked to me about it, and I was like, yo, son, you bet, like, I think you want to handle this before I end up taking off from work and I handle it myself and go up there and talk to. Because I'm like, I'm not one of them dudes that's gonna be scared to speak up for my child. You understand what I'm telling you?
Absolutely.
So it's like it's a different level how men handle things compared to how the women handle things. I think women are more rational. They think they're trying to avoid situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They more they know the lingo, they know the tongue to use or whatever with these mama. But see, I ain't gonna play with you, son. I'm already taking off from work.
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm detouring away from the bag to make sure my family's okay and safe. Like my wife was telling me, like, yo, they threatening my little girl, son. I'm like, yo, listen, they threatening her, they bullying her, they won't leave her alone, son. So I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, and this is my special little angel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't expect her to stick up for herself. She's daddy's little girl. I don't expect her to stick up for herself. She expect me and mom to handle the shit for her. You know what I'm saying? And I totally get that. And I understand that. Now you damn right. I'm going to do it anyway. So what I'm trying to avoid is the situation was because you know how Clipper C is, 950 is. Like, you see shit your way, but I see shit. This is my little angel. This is my little girl we talking about, son. And you want to let these little girls intimidate her and bully her for so long. I'm like, yo, where the parents at now? See, I'm already in my head like, where the parents at right now? Because now I want to meet the parents. Because I'm like, yo, you let your kid go to school and just pick on somebody like this. Like, hold on.
What up, Jabari family?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. You letting your child go to school to pick on somebody else when your child, we sending our kids to be safe. First of all.
Absolutely.
To learn while we at work and do everything else. Not saying that, like, yo, the prison system and the jail system kind of also looks like the school system, like with lunch tables and the child section.
I don't think we even need to get to that far.
But wait. What I'm telling you is though, son, like you telling me. Like, I'm telling my wife, you better handle this, yo. You got 2 days, you better handle this. Because if I go to that school, it's going to be a problem, son. Like, I'm going to have their parents in the school with me at the same time I go to school. If I got to take off from work, I'm going to be there. The other little girl parents going to be there. And we going to have a conversation in front of the kids. And we going to work this shit out now because you're making me take time off. I'm supposed to entrust you in the care of my child. You understand me? And my child's coming home crying. And shit like, yo, we got a problem, Houston. Stop the press, yo. Hold the fuck on. Pump your motherfucking brakes, son. Who's gonna just let that shit go back? So the reaction of a man is different than the reaction of a woman because I know a woman's gonna see this shit clear-minded. Me, I'm thinking chaos. I'm thinking like, fuck you, this is Sparta, bitch. And it's over with, you feel me? This is my little girl. This is my angel we talking about. So, like, you understand? Ain't nothing wrong she doing in my eyes that she could even possibly do that she don't do at home. So I'm just like, I don't understand what the fucking problem is why these little motherfucking girls is calling themselves bullies. Because I'm like, yo.
So one of the things, I'm going to piggyback off what you was just saying.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm going to piggyback off.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm going to piggyback exactly off what you just said. And
let's talk about it.
What I had to do. So, you know, my little angel, you know what I mean? She was born 1 pound, 3 ounces. You know what I mean? With her development issues, she had open heart surgery at birth down there while she was in the NICU. Double eye surgery, LASIK, double hernia surgery. Before she was even, you know what I mean? I'm talking about before she was in, so she came into this world at 25 weeks and 2 days. So that's 4.5 months early, or 3.5 months early. So when it came to, you know what I mean, like, and I'm gonna get right to what you was just talking about. You know what I mean? She had some developmental issues, but my biggest thing was always thinking, look, I always think about how I grew up in
everybody took advantage of you and stuff.
How I grew up in motherfucking school or whatnot, and I wanted to set the tone. So you know what I mean. When it comes to right now, she's in 4th grade.
Right,
bro. I swear, I roll up with the music loud. I step
typical
out,
father,
bro.
Typical father.
I roll up with the music loud. I step out of the car. Help her step out, put her backpack on. We dap it up with our little handshake. We get out of there. And I damn near stare down. And I've done it. She's been at the same charter school since kindergarten. So the kids at the school, everybody know, the parents know.
You got a little John over there like, hey, your daddy don't play, huh? He from the streets.
When you see the black Volvo pulling up to the school with the music on, even the teachers, I love your music, Mike. They dance and they know what it is. Yeah. So I lay that energy just to let
kids be sitting with her talking about, hey, your daddy don't play, huh? He from the street.
At the very worst, they would have to think twice. Like, what the do I even want to try to bully Monty? Because they have to know. Because the one time they try, every time little small shit happened. Yeah. If Monty was like, it was one time some little small shit. Boy, I'm at the school walking through the school.
Nightmares. I'm about to have a nuclear hug.
They like Mr. Brooks don't fucking play. The teachers like the teachers are probably I think the teachers go out their way to be like, please leave Monty the fuck alone. Yeah, I think the teachers be like, please leave Monty the fuck alone.
Right.
Because look, and you know what I mean? I talk to everybody the same way with respect. My thing is, I think nowadays they are trying to bully black men out of being 10 toes down on their principles.
Nah, they want to see us driven out of our homes and the women raising them by themselves. They want to make it hard for us, man. They want to put all this stuff out there and brainwash these women and think that, oh, yeah, it's cool. I could raise him without him in his life. You don't need him because he wasn't respectful of my feelings. Like, bro, man, we adults here, man. It ain't been about your feelings since this kid been born. Like, shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even about that. Like, you know, like I'm too much of a man to like fight you on that, like to argue with you about it. I'm just gonna take you to court, man. Let the man figure it out, cause I ain't want to go to court. But yo, you know what? I'm paying child support. You already got the man involved, so like, you know, it is what it is. Yo.
I'll be real with you, man. And I'll tell you, the first time I've only had to go to court. I only went to court because all the when my child support. What's it called? You know, when I got my one time I got that shit.
That shit a fraud anyway.
Hey, I was like, all right, that's cool.
Who you know pays?
She got it.
Let me ask you a question, Mike. You know how I know it's a fraud? Who pays child support all year long? And only one parent can claim it. The other parent can't even write off them child support, bro. So hold on. Let me see something. If that's not fraud, bro, I don't know what is, bro.
It's all fraud because the government gets the interest rate.
Did you hear what I just told you?
Yeah.
One of the parents, if we're not in the same household, can claim that child on their taxes, bro. And that's whichever parent races to the finish line first. You understand what I'm telling you? So it's like a system they develop, like whether we went to court or not, and I'm supposed to get every other year, which I ain't never got that with any of my kids, and I paid child support for all my kids. I promise you, I ain't never got that opportunity where they gave me the opportunity.
Claiming your child on taxes.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never got that opportunity, and I've showed up for all my kids when they mothers needed extra money on top of what they were getting. So like, I don't want to hear nothing. You understand me? There's never been no scenario, and I know what the rights say. I know I'm within my rights when I say this, yo. Every other year, y'all supposed to alternate because that's a child. That's y'all child. Y'all, whether y'all together or not, that's y'all child, right?
That's what it is.
Donald Trump said it was true. Y'all all want Donald Trump back in office, right? So, all right, so now we talking now. Now I got y'all attention. So, like I said, though, right? You know how I know it's fraud?
I don't know who all want Donald Trump.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying. You know how I know it's fraud?
You're better than what it is now.
You know how I know it's fraud? Because out of 18 years plus that I've been paying for all the kids that I had in my lifetime, bro, and I ain't never been able to claim. I probably claimed one of them out of the 5, maybe twice.
I've never claimed.
And I got 2 girls that's 22, a boy that's about to turn 22.
2 girls that's 22.
Yeah, a boy that's about to turn 22.
Wow.
And then I got a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I ain't never been able to claim taxes on any of them kids, nothing but once or twice.
So,
and it was the same kid. And it was probably because I was with the woman at the time. You know, it was best to let me claim him because I was going to get more money back. But like, it was that scenario. It's never been like in a scenario like we've been split up and we split the fucking shit down the middle. It's never been fair, bro.
So Lil JB about to be 22. Lil Jordan about to be
Jordan about to be 22
over
in April.
Yeah, oh shit.
Jordan about to be 22, man. I'm not no young puppy no more, son.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
on the block, so I'm spinning the block the second time around. Like, hurry up and get these last two out the way and graduate quick, so I go in retirement. So.
Hey man, hey Jordan, cool little couple. He a cool little cat, man.
Yeah,
I know what y'all got.
I love him, man. I just wanted to find himself right now.
He doing it, man.
He a late bloomer. You feel
he a late bloomer. I think it's gonna be awesome when y'all.
That's why I told you it's a disconnect.
When y'all lay with a barbecue one day and chill out one day. He gonna understand you, bro. That's why you gotta just be like.
My son love me, and I love my son.
I know y'all.
Like it ain't nothing like that, bro. It's not that deep. I just want to give him his space so he, you know what I'm saying, mature. And
I think y'all doing a great job.
He has to find his way, son. I found my way. I just found it a little bit earlier than he is.
I think that shit dope. What's happening?
It's cool, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I worry about him. I think about him a lot, you know.
I know you do, man. You worry. You got a big heart.
Yeah, he on his journey though.
That's what's up, man. I was I hit my boy up and my boy up. You know, I always hit my boy up. But last night we had a motherfucking song off when we were just doing our songs back and forth through text message. I was like, what about this one? He was like, what about, because he does music. He has, you know what I mean? The amount of guitar money, all that shit for that. But he has his, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I got you on this one. Then whenever I show him,
that's on the prayer, hoping that they stick with it, right?
Man, but I know he's in one of the best things he told me was like, Dad, you know what I mean? He was like, I want to go to trade school while sticking with my music shit.
That's cool.
Say less.
At least you got a plan. You got to have a plan.
Say less. You know how much money you saving, boy, and then while you'll be able to get money so much faster than all these other motherfuckers?
And got the support.
That boy, he wants to go and be an electrician.
Yo, that's good money.
And get his what's it called and doing that right away. He can always go to college.
That boy just got hurt.
Oh no, not again.
After that, how many points he had? 70?
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, how many points he had?
Limping off the court.
They lost that game because he went out. Hey, but how many points he had? 70? 60? 70. Was it 70, right?
Yeah, 70.
Now look at him.
Kuminga beasted, man.
Do you think that 70 points was worth him listening a couple more weeks out of playing? Now he probably might miss the All-Star. The way he was limping, he might miss the All-Star game.
Well, he probably is not. He shouldn't be a part of the All-Star game.
Oh, he's going to be. Oh, when they selected to be an All-Star, they there. They have to be. It's in the contract.
I just think that.
And now, I don't care how many quarters you play. You might not play a lot of quarters because you know you hurt.
If I'm him, I already suit up.
He's going to suit up. If the fans vote him in, he has to suit up, bro. That's how the NBA works. That's how the money works. Can't fuck up the bag. You fuck up the bag, you're an enemy of the state.
Look at this big tall nigga.
Then you're going to be like Carmelo on the sidelines. Voted out. Before your time. Still had enough left in the tank and you got voted out because you wanted to beef with Phil Jackson.
Hey, that Pascal, some of these trades that I'm looking at, that some of these teams made are crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
But we do got the daughter going to bed soon, man.
Yep. We're going to wind it on down.
We're going to wind it on down. Ladies and gentlemen of the Speaker of the Lounge, I really appreciate you guys joining us. We might didn't hit every topic, but we hit enough topics to where we either going to have you talk that talk or you're going to have to walk that
walk. You heard?
My name is Mr. Brooks. It's my homie Clipper C950. And as always, keep it real.
Keep it real.
It's your boy.